Good morning. Welcome back. This is Doc T. Today we're going to venture into a question I was asked, actually just yesterday again. I get asked this question a lot, which is, are kipping pull-ups safe for me to do? Doc, can I do those? And I say, well, that's kind of relative to each person. Everybody's a little bit different as far as their technical ability, their strength, their overall connective tissue pliability, and a lot of other variables that really go into that question being answered. But the simple answer would be, when I ask somebody, say, okay, I want to do kipping pull-ups, I say, well, that's great. Let's talk first about how many strict pull-ups can you do in a row before you fatigue or have to drop off the bar. And the second follow-up question that is, if I'm able to do strict pull-ups, am I able to do them in a manner where I'm not coming to the top and rolling my shoulders forward so my neck goes forward like this, and I'm using my traps as a substitution for my lats to give me a little pull. So you get yourself up like this, and all of a sudden you kind of rotate forward and start to pull with your traps, bringing it down, as opposed to using your lats and actually keeping your shoulders rotated backwards, kind of a good posture position, and using all those kind of V muscles in the mid part of your back, if you can imagine. Somewhere, I'll give you a little picture here, somewhere down in this area right about here, you keep all these muscles right there. You keep all those muscles contracted and working, and it pulls your shoulders down. That's a safe, strict pull-up. Now, if you can pull off 15 to 20 of those with no problem, and you have a nice, easy contraction back there, then absolutely go ahead and start kipping, because now it's another variation of a strict pull-up or regular pull-up, and it's also safe for you to do. In other words, when you're descending off that bar, so let's talk about what the kipping pull-up is real quick. When we do a kipping pull-up, it's both violent and high velocity, which means you're doing this for speed, for time, for repetitions, for speed and time. So you really have to think in your mind, when I drop off that bar, when I'm pushing away from that bar, so I come up, I hit the bar, I come back down, I'm pushing, I'm taking my body weight, whatever that may be, gravity's already pulling me down. Now I'm going to add the velocity push, the acceleration of pushing off the bar, and then while I'm doing all this, my legs are kicking back to create more velocity. So as I hit the bottom of that, my shoulders fully extended, I'm all the way up, I can't go any further here, right? All these tissues are hanging on for dear life as my legs kick back, and I'm going to violently kick them forward again to create momentum to pull back up again. The great thing about them is you can do more because it requires less overall strength. However, the connective tissue elasticity, the connective tissue's ability to elongate, maintain form, and not get overly, stretched, pulled, sprained, or otherwise, is reliant on the muscles as well. So if you have a problem doing 10, 15, or 20 strict pull-ups, then that tells me 15, 20 reps into a kipping pull-up, even 5 or 10 actually, you're going to start hanging on your ligaments at this bottom range because your muscles are no longer strong enough. If your muscles aren't strong enough, they're not going to jump in because they're supposed to. The body's only going to do what the body can do. And since you haven't trained it, you have what I like to call connective tissue adaptation, right? So muscles adapt by doing workouts. So if I'm going to squat, I'm on a squat program or a bench program or a strength program or what have you. The muscles are going to adapt based on that said principle, specific adaptation to that imposed demand. So I'm going to require my body to work at this capacity, and it'll adapt over time. Right? This takes months to years, but this goes on in a process. The connective tissue does the same thing. However, it takes 10 times as long. So if my muscle takes 1 week to recover, then that connective tissue is going to take 10 weeks to recover. So if I'm working on developing the kipping pull-up, you want to think in your mind, I have to earn the kipping pull-up. Just like I make a joke when I talk about nutrition with people, I'm like, earn your carbs. You want to eat a bunch of carbs and have carb blowout day or a carb every day, then whatnot, then go work out extra hard, make sure you earn those carbs for your body. Same thing with the kipping pull-up. You want to do kipping pull-ups, and you should be able to do that 15 to 20 range where you can pull nice and controlled. Your shoulders come back nice and controlled. You can actually do it using your lats and your back muscles, not getting your traps involved, not using kipping because there's no other way you can actually do that pull-up. You allow yourself the kind of safety net that you won't hurt yourself or hurt your shoulder in the process. All right? So again, I hope this helps. You guys stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.